For our conversation is in heaven, from whence also we look for the Savior, the Lord Yahawash, who shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body, according to the working whereby he is able even to subdue all things unto himself.
Because see, when this destruction comes, the whole world is going to be shook up. Literally, the earth shall rule back and forth like a trumpet. Isaiah chapter 24. Then when we come back down on the earth, we'll be superheroes, the X-Men with all their powers. And we're not going to have each one of us have a particular power. We're not going to be like Magneto. We're going to have all the powers. We're all going to have the same power. So you come up with some plastic shield, Magneto can't do nothing to it. We're going to have power over plastic, over fire, over everything. We're going to literally be superheroes on the earth. And we're going to be dressed like superheroes. And you're going to have the nations come up against us like they always do. They have their, as Magneto said, you Homo sapiens and your guns. We'll probably say that. The Most High going to show his power through his elect. And they're going to try to fight. And they're going to lose miserably. And we're going to have fun with it too. The angels following Yahawash, they're going to be creative and taking you out. We're going to have fun taking you out.
But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Then when we come back down on the earth, we'll be superheroes, the X-Men with all their powers. And we're not going to have each one of us have a particular power. We're not going to be like Magneto. We're going to have all the powers.
I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. And there was given him dominion and glory, and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed.
We're all going to have the same power. So you come up with some plastic shield, Magneto can't do nothing to it. We're going to have power over plastic, over fire, over everything. We're going to literally be superheroes on the earth.
And the kingdom and dominion forever.
Shalom. 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 All right, well, my camera is gone blank. But we're going to go ahead and go with this video. So shalom to elect Israel. To the whole elect Israel, you Hebrew Israelites. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. Want to give all praises to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawash, Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawash. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawash, Bahasham, Qadash. I want to give double honors to those and apostles of great millstone who led me to this truth and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and so forth. The Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord will be part of that number.
All right, everyone.
To Lord willing, be able to find those who fear the name of the Lord and the striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. Your judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5, it is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 42. Wa above a ball. The water for tuning in. Bahasham, Barak, Atham to all you sincere believers. And we're going to try to make this quick. This is, one of my children's videos. I do videos for the children as well. As, the people who know or been coming around and watch my videos. This is a movie the Lord put the spirit on me to kind of get into and kind of show that it ties into the scriptures, because everything you see around you is showing you that a new government is coming. And we try to do our best to edify the flock and all aspects, and the things that are more serious and some of the things that don't look as serious, but it all ties back to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawash, making his judgment in the earth, So we're going to show in this little couple little trailers, we're going to show kind of what the Lord's doing in this movie. This little, it's a children's movie, and it's called Chicken Run. Okay, and one of them a long time ago, it's like these little clay chickens, and they're on a chicken farm, and basically, they get turned into chicken. Okay, but they're trying to make it out. Basically, they're in slavery and they're getting put to death. Okay. When you look back in the history of Israel, that's how we were. We were put in slavery, and we tried to escape. We asked the Lord to bring us out of that type of slavery. So, but I want to tie it into something concerning the scriptures. So it says, if you endure to the end, it has nothing to do with your will. Everything that you do is according to what Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawash wanted you to do. So we're going to watch this small little clip. I'm going to put it in a couple precepts, and then we're going to get to the main point. Okay. So Lord willing, is edifying to the flock, and you younger children out there who are interested in that spirit of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawash, who's trying to come back to the days of old, because there is children out there who's doing it as well. It says the elect consists of men, women, and children. So we try to do the best to bring something more on your level as well, to the best of our abilities. Of course, I'm just a follower of GMS. So we're going to try to do it for me. Lord put spirit on me to try to reach certain aspects of the truth to the best of my abilities. This is something Lord put on me to do. So we're going to watch some of this and we're going to explain it.
All right, everyone. Please, quiet. Now, we all know about the new road.
Right? The new world. We know who makes roads. Esau, even so-called white man. They came out of the caves and they made all these roads. They changed the rocks and moved them around everywhere. Right?
And the trucks taking chickens to what looks like some kind of farm. No, it's all right, Beryl. Listen.
Right? See how it terrified them, because a farm, it basically in this movie is like a plantation. Like they were brought there to produce something for Esau, even so-called white man, because that's the one who's running this farm. Okay? We're going to break it down.
Listen,
we'll get to it.
We know from experience what that can mean. It's something we just can't ignore. We really only have one choice. We've got to do something. We have to hide.
Now, the point I want to pull out on this.
Hide.
Hold on. Point I want to pull out on this is that in the first one, when you go into studying this, because Lord put the spirit in me, said, go in here and study this. And basically in the first one, they didn't hide because they was already in slavery. And she this chicken basically helped lead them to getting out of there. And you look back at it, it's kind of like the story of Harriet Tubman. Same thing. But we know that there's certain scriptures to show that the Lord put some of these women in position to be, in those type of leadership positions, but it was still like a man who basically led that, through the Spirit. Yahawash led her to do those things. Because when you look in Jeremiah 31:22, it talks about how a woman shall compass a man. But in doing that, okay, in doing feminism and doing things that women rule things, okay, this place has become a disaster and it's finna get destroyed. So when we try to tell certain people that we know, or even people that we don't know, about the danger that's coming, they it depends on who they are. Some of them understand and they'll take a more look into it. Some of them don't. But when it comes down to it, whatever move you make, it has nothing to do with your will. But the elect, because that's who the Bible's for, the elect of Israel, they're gonna think like this. Okay, because you know how they said some evil's coming. They building a road, they're doing all this stuff, right? Well, Psalms is about King David writing to the Lord. Okay, it's a song that he's writing to the Lord. And what is King David saying when he found out that there was danger coming after him? Psalm chapter 64, verse 1, to the chief musician, a psalm of David. Hear my voice, O power, and my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Right? That's what he was praying. Right? And what did he ask? Verse 2, he said, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Iniquity is sin upon sin. So, he asked the Lord to hide them from that group of people. And when you read Psalms 83, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the head of that council. Okay? It said in Genesis 25:25, the so-called white man came out red. And you ever heard of a redneck? You heard of the Rothschilds? They go back to the red shield. You got the red cross. Okay? Blood short forth from the face. Okay? No pigment. Red. Blood. They're bloody people. They're violent people. Right? So that's how we know that this is talking about that council, starting with them. And King David didn't say, oh, pull me up in front of them so they can see me. He said, hide me. And how does he hide them? He hides the elect by giving them this knowledge. Okay? Because the Lord is a strong tower, and those who run into him are safe. Okay? As it says in the scriptures. And we might pull that up after this. Because first we got to find out who he's going to be hiding, right? He said, hide me from the counsel of the wicked. It's Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation, and the fear of the Lord is his treasure. And let's say you got some treasure. Let's say you find some super gold coin on the ground, and you think it's something real elegant. What you going to do? You're going to hide that treasure. You ain't going to tell everybody you got it. You want to make sure you get it secure. And the Lord's people is his treasure. So he hides them with his truth. He puts us in a different mindset that's different from the world. And then nobody can detect, that we're on something that's literally going to save us from this destruction. But when you think about it in your mind, if you're leaning on your own understanding, you'll think of it in your mind as like, they got to see this, but they can't, because it said in Daniel chapter 12, verse 10, it said that the wicked shall not understand. Shalom, bro. Bahasham. The water for tuning in, little bro. You know, that's a new brother. You know, a new potential brother. You know, he's learning the truth, and you know, he's somebody coming in and he's been learning. So shalom, bro. The water for tuning in. Glad for you to be here. So, you know, the fear of the Lord is his treasure, you know. And what do you do with treasure? You hide it. You put it away. You don't just let everybody know you got bands in your trunk. You know, you put it away. And this truth is the Lord's treasure. And he gave it to certain people to have this truth. Okay. So, you know, as we were saying, you know, it said the wicked shall not understand, right? In Daniel chapter 12, verse 10, but the wise shall understand. You know, we'll go ahead and pull it up before we get into it. You know, this little children's video, you know, and kind of break down this movie that we know the Lord made. Because Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24 says, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man understand his own way? And we know directors are usually men. So when we see these videos, they be deeper than what you think, but you have to be spiritually minded to understand what's being said. So Daniel chapter 12, verse 10 says, many shall be purified and made white and tried. What's that trial? The persecution that you're going to receive while you're trying to understand this truth. You're going to go through things. You're going to have people trying to point out certain things and get at you, you know, and try to get you to fall out of the truth. And 2/3 of our people, and when you do 2 divided by 3, that's 0.66666, right? And what did it talk about in Revelations chapter 13, verse 16? The mark of the beast. And that number, that man was 666. Okay? That charagma, that chip, okay, that you put in your right hand to your forehead, because you got Elon Musk doing the Neuralink, right? To be able to buy or sell. You're not going to be able to be part of society without this thing. You see? So, you know, none of the wicked shall understand. They don't understand what we're telling them. We're telling Israel that this is coming, but the wicked's not going to understand. So no matter how much you tell somebody that's part of the wicked, if they're one of the other nations, or if they're someone who's ordained to be 2/3, they're not going to get it, you know. But the wise shall understand, you know. You know, the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. Simple as that. You know, they're not going to understand what we're breaking down to them. So when we get over here, you know, we're going to step into Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. I want to try to keep it simple. You know, this is one of my children's videos. I don't do a lot of them, but, you know, when I do, I try to make sure they make sense in a smaller version of what I usually do. I usually get a little deeper than this, but we try to keep it simple, you know. You want to have the sincere milk. You want to know what's finna happen before you start getting into the other things. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 40. It says, let things be done decently in order. So it says, Matthew chapter 24, verse 14, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then the end shall come. And when it's in the red, it's talking about Yahawash, who everybody ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Everybody calls, you know, the Lord by the wrong name. And when you look up J's, they weren't invented until the 1500s. So we know that that's not the name of the Lord. So when you get into this thing, you see this ties back to the scriptures. They seen danger coming, and they said, what do we got to do? We got to hide. And this is how you be hidden from the wicked. By what? Not being wicked. Because he said the wicked shall, he said the wicked is going to destroy wickedness. Like evil is going to destroy the wicked. So if you're not wicked, then evil's not going to really it's not going to destroy you. The Esau Edom is meant to punish the wicked. That's what he's meant for. So if you're wicked, the Lord's going to use him to punish. That's why when Jake start robbing banks and doing a whole bunch of fucked up shit, who come after you? The police. Esau, Edom, so-called white man. It's the Lord's system. And if you're a wicked if you're a wicked person of Jacob, the Lord's going to judge you. And the heathens are already going to be judged. So we're not talking about them. We're talking to the ones who can actually receive salvation. So we're going to get over here. We're going to go into this video a little bit. And it's called Chicken Run, the Dawn of the Nugget. It's definitely pretty cheesy. But we're going to show you like the Lord's message in this movie. Because like I said, he's even warning the children of the elect. The Lord said he was going to bring men, women, and children. But most of the men are what? They're the 144,000 men in Revelation chapter 7 that are to basically be the rulers of the universe with Yahawash. You got a couple of them in the honorable multitude, yeah. But most of them are what? They're striving to get this goal because we're men. We're here to protect Israel with our lives. So that's why we're doing this. So watch a little bit of this, and then we're going to tie in precepts and we're going to get out of here. It's not going to be long.
Life doesn't get better than this. We've put the past behind us. We have Molly to think about now.
What a bonny wee hen. I made her a bicycle. Oh, what a lovely thought.
She is a lot like you.
See you later.
And that's just like, most of your children going to grow up and be like you, right? Well, this lady is like this chicken. She's like a brave mother, and so is the father. They're both brave, you see. But, in life, it's like the man in America, Babylon the Great has become feminized because this place is full of feminism. And usually it's the man running shit. You see how she's in the back? She's behind him. He's like up there like, yeah, you need to, he's watching her like, hey, you on some other shit. That's the order, And a lot of women, they claim to be spiritual, and maybe you are to an extent. But you need to understand that, if you claim to be a goddess, right? Some women claim to be goddesses. You go around, especially go to the club, women say, I'm goddesses, I'm me, right? And you love the Lord, right? Well, it talks about the head of the woman is the man all throughout the scriptures. But when it comes to that, like I said, everybody wants to be spiritual till they hear something that they don't like. But it's like, we didn't set this up. We here to tell you what it is so you don't get destroyed. But, it's up to you whether you want to be convinced in your own mind to follow that or not. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That's your deal that you got with Yahawash. Because if you got a problem with it, you ultimately don't got a problem with us. You got a problem with Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawash. So we're going to keep going.
Right. Mom, can we go over there?
Yeah, he had his hand. He was like, tone that shit down. You on the bull biggity, right?
You've got
everywhere else. There goes Esau, Edom, cutting everybody's head that's coming to this place. And Esau, Edom finna start doing a whole bunch of wickedness to Jake. For real. And we keep trying to tell him, you got everything you want right here. You got the truth. You got all this. You got all this right here. You got all this. Why you want to go out in the world and just be like, oh, I'm a God. I can do whatever I want. I don't got to answer to nobody. That's pride. And everybody with pride is going to get hit with 200 million intercontinental ballistic missiles. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, then that means that you don't believe what Yahawash saying, because that's what he's saying. That's what we're trying to warn you from. That's what we're trying to get saved from. You go to church and they be like, well, you're saved. From what? What are we getting saved from? We're telling you exactly what you're getting saved from. This place is going to be on fire. It's going to be turned to a dirt pit. There's going to be nothing left. So we're here to try to warn you and tell you, before it happens.
Everything you want right here.
What? You can't make me stay here.
Can't make it. I do whatever I want. That's how women are today. I'll do whatever I want. It doesn't matter if I'm talking to a guy, and if I don't want to talk to him, I can talk to another guy. And women don't understand that that's adultery. It's going off. and it's going to get you put in a position where the Lord's not going to save you. So we're trying to tell you, like, don't do that. Because if you do that, then then Lord's going to get your ass. And you're going to be looking for us to try to, reconcile and come back. And the Lord might put the spirit on us and be like, hey, you didn't listen when I told your ass, fuck you. That's how the Lord is. Like, he's not playing. So we're going to keep going.
She's left the island.
She done ran off. She done ran off the island. She done ran from the truth, right?
Well, hey, that doesn't look so bad. Oh, that looks so bad.
Who knows what horrors Molly is dealing with in there?
That look bad.
Huh? Come on, let's play. Yeah! There's something strange about this
Of course it's
place.
fucking up.
Behold.
Okay, it's fucking up. So basically, these chickens, she try to run and they want to go to this farm and have all this fun. And you know how you had that song like girls want to just have fun and stuff, right? Well, they go over here and they find out that all these chickens, you see these chickens, they got this little strap on them. You see they got that little necktie on them. You see? They're all brainwashed. And that's how 2/3 is here in America, Babylon the Great. They think this place is like a fun land because Esau Edom has all these like gadgets and slides and all the other types of stuff to keep Jake occupied, and, you got the elders and apostles that was over there on the island that was safe from the enemy saying, don't go over there. But Jake just got the nerve to go the fuck over there still. Jake still want to go over there. So he go over there and find out everybody over here, they over here indulging in wickedness. They don't understand what they're doing.
Oh, the dawn of the...
Right? The dawn of the nugget. So what's happening to them? These chickens, the Lord's programmed them to be fried and turned to chicken nuggets. And Esau Edom's holding the bucket. This all goes back to the Bible. Like, and even if you think it's something corny, it's like the Lord's doing this. He's like showing everybody. He's showing the women, children, and the men. If you're not understanding what our people are telling you, you're going to get caught up in this. And the Lord's putting the spirit on us to deal with it in all aspects. Stuff that's not that serious and stuff that is that serious. Watch. We're going to do this first. Because it's really way more serious than this. But we're just going to show you this because this helps. Okay? Hold on. Hold on. Let me put this in here. And then you got like these people who like they think like cuss words are bad or whatever, but there's nowhere in the scriptures that say that. The callers is the mark of the beast. Yeah. And he's gonna make them take it. Yeah, you're right, bro. You're right. Yeah, they're gonna make them take it. And it even goes back to the children's videos. Like all this. But we're supposed to show it in all ways that the Lord puts the spirit on us to do. So 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 2, do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? That's what you see us doing right now. We're sitting here and cameras on the highways and byways, and we at the house, and we're judging the world. We're saying, we know what you're doing, right? And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters? This is a small matter right here. But even the Jakes that the Lord wanted to see, like New Bro right here, he knew. And he see. He already knows it's talking about the mark of the beast. He already know. That's Yahawah Bahasham Yahawash working with him, showing like, yeah, I want you to get it. But he doesn't want everybody to get it. And the Lord's going to turn 2/3 of our people into chicken nuggets. They're going to get fried, okay, in the lake of fire, this place. They're going to get set on fire, you know. But I'm going to try to make this quick. I don't want to keep it too long. But, you know, this is to show that we are the judge of the smallest matters. We're to go into stuff that people will be like, man, you know, you really going to go into that? But you got to understand there's some people out here looking for milk. They're babes in this thing. And this is a way to do it, you know, because there's some youngins out there. They believe in Yahawash, you know, young, you know. And, you know, you also have some people who are older and they still need this sincere milk. So we keep it simple. This is the simplicity of Yahawash. We're trying to show you how to get saved from it. So it reads Matthew chapter 12, verse 36. And it reads, but I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. So you got some people, when you go around, you know, you try to warn them, you try to tell them, if they try to like, you know, try to like veer off of it, and, you know, you can feel their energy that they're not really trying to talk about it. They're trying to make something up. Oh, I got somebody call me, I got to go, right? And they just want to go be wicked. Let them go. We're not like the Christians. We don't do that. You want to go, you don't want to talk about it, bye. We're not worried about you. We're worried about believers. We want to tell the believers, because everything that they've done and every idle word, which means like even things that you say that aren't heard, the Lord knows. And he's keeping account of them. So you just leave that person alone. And you keep going and searching Jerusalem with candlesticks. You keep searching for the elect. That's what it's saying. You're going to search for other believers so they can understand that if they don't understand this, they're going to get turned chicken nuggets. They're going to get burnt up. Job chapter 12, verse 16, it reads, with him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. See? So even the ones that are deceived to become chicken nuggets, right? We've seen them, right? You got Jake right here. He sees it. Jake's terrified. Like, what the fuck? Something's going on, right? Jake sees it.
Of the nugget.
Terrified.
The dawn.
Right? Hold
Of
on.
the nugget. The dawn.
Back it up. But look, they're like falling on the ground. Jake's 2/3 swinging on the swing. They're just like, they don't know what they're doing. But this is the Lord got them in control too. That's what I'm trying to show. He's got the deceived doing that. He's got 2/3 doing that. So that's why he said, why are you worried about him? Quit talking to him. I got him doing that. You need to go talk to the elect. You know, go talk to them, whoever they are. So if they don't get it and they keep talking that bull biggity, they just keep saying a whole bunch of shit and blabbing around, know the Lord's got them doing that. And just leave them alone. And go find somebody else to talk to. You know? That's my point. You know, don't keep trying to change to try to tell somebody. We're like I said, you know, we're not like the Christians. We're Hamashiachim, which means the anointed. You know? Yeah. People are strung out on drugs and hip hop, crimes, etc. Con, they are. And con means yes. You know, people are out on drugs and hip hop, crimes, etc. Yeah, they are. They're all out on that because, you know, Esau Edom makes I'm gonna pull it up and show you. This is the celebrities. This is what he does. Okay, this is Psalms chapter 10, verse 10, and it reads, he croucheth and humble himself. The poor, right? Who's the poor? The ones that ain't got the bag. We ain't rich. We're not celebrities. We don't have fame, right? That the poor may fall by his strong ones, which is these celebrities. So they got these celebrities doing wickedness to get Jake to feel like that's comfortable. Like, that's life. And that's why they're strung out on that stuff, because they go get Jake to do that shit and they pay him to do it. And they pay him well. Okay? Because they want more of these. Okay? They're trying to get all Israel to be like this. Sleep. They want them to be sleep. You know? They want them to stay asleep. So they go get the best one of all of them that are asleep. And they say, well, you're going to lead the rest of them that are asleep. That's what that Psalms 10:10 is talking about. You know, he crouches and humble himself. He try to act like he's for our good. And then it's to make you fall. It's to make you go off. It's to make you think that this is home. You know, and this is not home. This is not home, Jake. We're not home. We're at war right now. It's a spiritual war. We're not supposed to be comfortable here. And this is talking about spiritually, not physically. You're supposed to stay in your captivity until he comes and gets you. You know, Micah chapter 2, verse 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. So, you know, and when you go more into the scriptures, you start to learn that the Lord said, I will bring you even to Babylon and deliver you out of Babylon. And this is the new Babylon. This is America, Babylon the Great. But we're not going to get too much into that because we don't want to go too far off. You know, we want to stick with the topic, Matthew. But that's just a little bit more understanding. Matthew chapter 27, verse 25. You know, and this is why he wants 2/3 to be like this. Okay, this is why he wants 2/3 to be like this, fucking retarded. Okay, wants them to be falling on their face and not understanding the truth. Matthew 27, verse 5. Then answered all the people. This is when Yahawash was crucified. We might go back a little bit because when you look at Pontius Pilate, okay, he said when Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing. Verse 24. Hold on, let me get it put over there. But that rather a tumult was made, was like a riot. He took water and washed his hands before the multitude, right? Saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye to it. You know? You know? He said, see ye to it. You know? And then he answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and on our children. Right? So that means that 2/3 of our people said, crucify Yahawash anyways. Take him out. And it's going to be on us. That's why they came back today and the Lord's got them like this just before they get turned into chicken nuggets. That's what he did. He did what they asked him to do. Their blood is on them, you know, because it says this. Because you're paying for your own sin. You're not paying for somebody else's sin. That's how you know, we are reincarnated and being judged for whatever we did. And we hope we are of the elect. Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 20. The soul that sinneth, it shall die. And we all sin. We were born into sin. That's why we die. But whenever we learn the laws that we're rehearsing right now, that we're reading, we won't die no more. We're going to be immortal because the wages of sin are death. Okay? So the son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. Iniquity means sin upon sin. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him. So we know that, in the end, you're paying for your own sins. Ain't nobody paying for somebody else's sins, man. That's why Esau Edom is going to get judged for what he did. We're going to get judged for what we did. But in my last camp, one of the big bros, GMS Virgin Island Straight Gate, he went and made a video. He went and put a precept on a comment board talking about the Lord did not judge us as much as he could have. So he had mercy on the elect. He had mercy on, his people, the hopeful elect. That's who we are right now, hoping to be of the elect. We're not going to make ourselves part of that number, because in Corinthians it says not to dare make yourselves part of that number, you know. And I'll probably put it in the comment board later, Lord willing. I'm trying to make this quick. So John chapter 3, verse 8. And the reason why, you know, we go around the scriptures back and forth, you know, and around is because, you know, it says in Isaiah chapter 28, verse 10, it talks about we speak a little bit here, a little, and there a little. You know, and the elect are going to understand it, but everybody else is not going to understand it. The wicked not going to understand it. So John chapter 3, verse 8, the wind bloweth where it listeneth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh and whither it goeth. So everyone that is born of the Spirit. So that's how the Spirit is. It'll tell you a little here, it'll tell you a little there. And if you are of the elect, you know, you're going to get it, but not let alone get it. You're going to endure to the end. And it's going to have nothing to do with your spirit. The Lord's going to have to put that on you. So that's the point I want to put out, you know. And of course, Tony Green, I'm not sure who you are, but yes, this is not our rest. It's correct, you know. And once y'all start getting enough into understanding, you'll start posting scriptures, precepts, and I'll start reading them. You know, that's what we do. So John 3, verse 8, verse 9. You know, we don't need to go that far into it. Matthew chapter 15, verse 8. I'm not expecting a lot of people to get into this, you know. It's just something just else to point out. You know, we already know this. The hopeful elect, they know these things. Matthew chapter 15, verse 8. This is Yahawash. This people draweth not unto me with their mouth and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. And that's 2/3. You know, they say they love the Lord. They say they spiritual. They say they really about the truth. But when you start spitting it, they be, oh man, I got stuff going on. I gotta go. You know? Oh man, you ain't trying to be on no carnal shit. You ain't trying to get no box. Well, shit, bro. It's on, bro. And that's how it be with 2/3. You know, their lips speak they love the Most High, but they really don't know the Lord. And they're going to wish they knew, man. Because the Lord is going to have these motherfuckers like chicken nuggets, man. They're going to be stuck. They're going to be falling on their face. And they going to come up to us like, please, we don't want to be chicken nuggets. And I'm going to be like, well, you're talking to the wrong guy. Okay? Because we okay with the Lord turning y'all into chicken. Because he told us that he was going to do it. And we told you for a long time. And you didn't want to lie to do it. But look, this is how you, okay. Look, I understand that. But this is his name. His name is Yahawash. Because when you go look, okay, all these scriptures were written 2,000 years ago. You keep praying that name, you're going to get put to death. Okay? Hold on. Let me show you. You know, because I'm just a follower, you know. I'm just a follower. So I'll answer whatever questions you need. You know, we're here to learn together, basically. But look, I and J used by scribes to express the sound of both vowel and consonant. It wasn't until 1524, right? So if his name was that name, right? Because I'm not going to put it on the board. Just talking to you, you know who's text that, right? If this was his name, then that would have been his name 2,000 years ago when, Yahawash, everybody calls JC, right, was crucified. But they wasn't calling on that name, okay? That's why over here, okay, it says, I'm going to give you two. I'm going to give you two precepts that's going to break that, and if it breaks it for you, it does. If not, then the Lord doesn't want you to know. Okay, so Malachi chapter 3, verse 6, it says, for I am the Lord, I change not. You said my bad, referring to people who worship the false idol. Khan. See, I'm going off. Not going off, but like I didn't misunderstood what you said. He was saying they praying, you didn't put they. So they praying the name Jesus, but not willing to look into a deeper, maybe more uncomfortable truth. And this is really not uncomfortable for Jake. This is more comfortable for us because this shows us that the Lord is real. But we'll go ahead and go put this in there. For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed. So we know that, his name, is not, no, it's not your bad. It's my bad. But, we know that he doesn't change not. He's not going to change his name. He's going to keep his name. And
Think about this place.
That, he spoke in the Hebrew tongue. And the Hebrew tongue didn't have no J's because it wasn't 1524 yet. So, we don't have to go too more into that. But we're going to go to John chapter 10. Going to get over here to the blue letter. I only got a little bit more. I went a little bit longer, but it's the spirit, and we're just going to go with it. Y'all know me. I usually take about an hour. I always try to make it shorter, but it usually be about an hour. I got just a couple more precepts after this. I want to look up a couple words, and we're going to get out of here because, it's like, we want to study, get a better understanding of our faith. So John chapter 10, and we're going to start at verse 2. We all need Bahasham, and Ak means brother. We all need him. And it also says, answer, the loss with meekness and which means like lowliness. Like we ain't no better than you. We'll talk to you. If you're sincere, we'll definitely, which means honest. Like you really want to know, we'll answer your questions, and that's how I want to be. You got some brothers that are more forward who are like, no, you need to go study it and figure it out. But like the Lord kind of put the spirit on me where like, if you really sincere, I'm going to answer, but you still want to go study, go still check it out for yourself. So the parable of the good shepherd, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold. What's that? What's that sheepfold? That's talking about entering to the right truth. The elders and apostles of great millstone. That's what it's talking about. The sheepfold. There are certain shepherds that have the sheep, and the ones that don't have the sheep, it's like, Bimbo Bennings, or they call him Gino Jennings, or you got what's the other guy? What's his name? I haven't talked about him in a long time. It's another big dude. You got Gino Jennings. You got Creflo Dollar or Theflo Dollar. You got he's a big dude. He's a bigger dude. Man, I ain't heard his name in a long time. I ain't been saying his name in a long time. But TD Jakes, we always call them TD Snakes. These people are making money off you and they're not telling you the truth. These are the same people also that were part of that 2/3 who crucified Yahawash last time. That's why the Lord got them looking like this, man. He got them looking stupid out here, man. Got their head in the peanut bowl. Okay, they don't know what really Yahawash wants them to do. So anyways, but climbeth up some other way. See, that's that other way. They not getting in order. Okay? The same as a thief and a robber, and that's what they do. They tell you to go to church on Sunday. They tell you that's the Sabbath. But when you look in Isaiah chapter 66, verse 23, it talks about the new moons as the Sabbath. You know? It talks about the new moon. Moon means month. That's our months. The Sabbath is on the new moons. And they're going out telling you it's every Saturday or Sunday. You know? They trying to climb up some other way. They trying to get glory on their own for themselves. But he that entered by the door, right? This truth is the shepherd of the sheep, right? So we have an obligation to protect the sheep. So whenever we see something going off or we see a warning, we put it out there. We're blowing our trumpet. It don't matter if it's 3 o'clock in the morning. It don't matter if it's tomorrow, later in the day. If the Lord puts the spirit on us, we're going to do it. You know, we're going to blow that trumpet. It don't matter what fucking time it is. There's trumpets blowing all over the place. But I want to look at this word sheep. Okay, enter to the sheepfold, right? Let me go back and make sure that's the right word. Yep, the sheep. Okay, we're going to look up that word. Who are the sheep? All right.
Strong's G 4263. Prabatan.
So it says any four-footed tame animal accustomed to graze small cattle, right? Most commonly a sheep or a goat A sheep is all, and so always in the New Testament, presumed a derivative of G4260, something that walks forward, a quadruple, specifically sheep, right? We're going to go look up this root word of it real fast. Okay? And it says to go forwards, go on, to be great of age, go further, walk forward, well stricken, right? So basically it's saying that sheep are gullible. Like they're going to go wherever the shepherd tells them to go. Okay? And so there's shepherds. These shepherds are the prophets, the true prophets, and they're teaching these sheep where to go. And they're going to follow. So the Lord is basically telling these shepherds that you are accountable unto what they do. So we have to make sure we're telling them the right direction so they don't get destroyed, right? A herdsman, a shepherd in the parable, he who care and control others, right, have committed themselves to who? Bahasham, Yahawash, and whose precepts is another word for scriptures. And precept basically means commandments. They follow. And what does a shepherd do? He tells the sheep, go left, go right, stay here. And they go wherever the shepherd goes. And our main shepherd is who? Yahawash. And then we have the men who he was given out of the world. When you read John chapter 17, the Lord gave Yahawash certain men out of the world to be his shepherds to help him guide the flock, you know. But it was all through him. That's why the title is, if you endure to the end, it has nothing to do with you or your will. It is the will of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawash, you know. That's why we always pray Psalms 51:11. Lord, don't take the Holy Spirit from me. Don't take it from me. You know, the presiding officer, manager, director of an assembly of what? The body of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawash, the elect. So of Mashiach, the head of the church. See? Overseers. See, and it says Christian, but it's supposed to say Hamashiachim. That's what it's supposed to say. You know, the anointed ones is what it means. So, you know, I just wanted to break that down a little bit, and we're going to go to verse 27, and it says, my sheep hear my voice. Well, it's like I was saying, right? You tell them to go down, up. They tell them to go to the highways and byways and teach. They tell them to start learning, doing videos. They do it. And I know them, and they follow me. See? And I give unto them what? Eternal life, immortality. and they shall never perish. That's immortality. Neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. So like it says, if you endure to the end, it has nothing to do with you. Yahawash wants you to make it. That's what we know. You know, it has nothing to do with us. That's why we're not a proud civilization. We're not like, yeah, I bring you to the truth. No, Yahawash bring you here. Yahawash bring you here. We didn't bring you here. We just shed the light because he told us to do it. And he said, I want you to come here. He said, nobody comes by the Father but by me. So if you're here and you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you're watching this, you're definitely sincere. Like you're definitely like, yeah, I want to know the truth. Because you could be doing anything right now. It's Friday. You could be out there getting some box. You're not. You're over here trying to figure out what Yahawash wants you to do. You know, on my channel of all channels, because I'm not nobody. I'm a student. You know, I know Yahawash wants you to come here. Matthew chapter 25, verse 33. And ye shall set the sheep on his right hand, right hand side of the Lord, but the goats on the left. And who are the goats? The 2/3, man. Them. They're the goats. Them. He's doing it. So that's all I'll tell you. Don't worry about the goats. You need to worry about helping us find the sheep if you're a man, you know? And the woman is supposed to be helping the men do that. You know, it's an order, you know, but a lot of women, they're not going to want to deal with that. They're not going to want to get in order. They're not, you know, because America, Babylon the Great has given them this mindset of thinking that like they're special and like they only one man can be unto them. And, you know, they're just so fucking precious. They're just so the shit, you know, because of feminism. And they're going to find out when Jacob's trouble comes. It says in Micah chapter 4, verse 1, it says 7 women shall take hold of one man. And when you look up that word, when you really look into that word 7, it means completion. So it could be 1,000 women. It could be 10 women. And all of them are going to be like, we're okay being your wife. Just tell the Lord that you own us. That's what's coming. So you're not going to meet a real woman until you meet Jacob's trouble. You know, you're not going to meet a real woman. And there are some hopeful like women out there now that are doing it now. But we're going to see. We're going to see, you know. Yeah, it became a big saying in the days, right? He is the GOAT. I feel that's another way the Lord is showing, especially what I've learned from this. Yeah, right. Yeah. You know, that's why I say the GOAT, the greatest of all time. That, you know, these 2/3, they worship themselves. You know, they think they're the fucking GOAT. They think they're the shit. And the Lord is separating them from who? The elect, whoever they are. You know, Lord willing, we part of that number. So Matthew chapter 22, verse 15, I want to point out something because we talk about these goats and these sheep, right? Well, right here, the Lord was showing to separate them. So this is Matthew chapter 22, verse 15. Then went the Pharisees and took the counsel how they might entangle him in his talk, right? So these Pharisees, and there's good Pharisees too. Not all the Pharisees are wicked. Okay, when you really go study this word Pharisees, we're not going to get into it. But, you know, they wanted to entangle him in his talk. That's why you want to get rooted in this truth, because there's going to be people who come to you and try to entangle you and try to get you to go off, you know, or try to be like, oh, I proved you wrong, you know. So you want to have a good knowledge of this truth before you start teaching. Verse 16, you know, and really honest, saying to myself first and foremost, you know, I feel like, you know, in my mind, sometimes I'll be like, man, I could have learned a little longer and took my time before I started teaching. But we in a different time now. Like the world's finna come to the end. Like 2024 could literally be the last year we're here. Like that's where we're at, you know, like we're right there. So that's why, you know, I was like, make no tarry, turn to the Lord. I was terrified. I got in this shit. I was doing 10 hours a day studying. but every Jake is different, but I'm just telling you how I did it. That's how he made me do it. He put some fear on me. I got my ass to work. Verse 16, they sent out unto him their disciples with the Herodians, saying, Master, right? They're talking to Yahawash. How do we know? Because there's a capital M. We know that thou art true. See, even the demons, even the Pharisees, the ones that were against him, they knew that he had the truth, and teach us the way of the Most High in truth. Right? And they didn't like it. So that's why they went to try to get him to slip up, right? Because they knew he was talking the truth. Neither cares thou for any man. See, you don't care. You don't care how you feel. He's going to tell you the truth. For thou regardest not the person of men. The Lord said he's not a respecter of persons. You're going to be a sheep or a goat when it comes down to it at the end. So, and that's not something that we could have did. He had to choose that. It had nothing to do with us. Verse 17, tell us therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? And what was Caesar? He was a Roman, an Edomite. Esau Edom. He was a Roman. Right? And actually, he wasn't a Roman. He was a Greek. He was Greek, which is basically East Edom. There's different classifications of Edom, and Greek is one of them. Okay, those are some of the people that we're in captivity under. Verse 18, but Yahawash, who everybody ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, perceived their wickedness and said, why tempt ye me, ye hypocrites? Right? So why you gonna tempt me? Because you know what I'm gonna say. Just like us. Verse 19, he said, show me the tribute money. He said, show me the penny. Who on the penny? And they brought unto him what? A penny. Right? And he said unto them, who is this image and superscription? Who's on this penny? And he said, and they say unto him, Caesar's. Then he said unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and unto the Most High the things that are the Most High's. So what is he saying? He's saying, you take the goats, and I'm going to take the sheep. This is talking about 2/3 rendering under Caesar's. And what is that talking about? 2/3 of our people, they want the bag. They want to stay here. They don't think destruction's coming. They're okay with making money off Esau eating the so-called white man at the bottom of the pyramid scheme and never getting to the kingdom. That's the goats. And then unto, the Most High, which is Yahawah, the things that are Yahawah's, which is what? The elect of Israel, the prime people that he chose to make it out of this. And we pray we are that number, every day, And I want to go pull up a word out of this passage. Okay, just one, and then we got 3 more precepts, and I'm out of here. I know this is a little longer than it's supposed to be, but I was kind of going around. Lord Spirit had me moving around. This is a marriage. This is coming into the new covenant. This is coming in to be immortal with Yahawash. That's what we're doing right now. And only the elect is gonna really be drawn to this, be like, oh shit, like this is it. Like we're going home. Everybody else, he's blinded them. It said if our gospel be hidden, it's hidden to those who are lost. So see the whole title, tribute to Caesar. Okay. Now, I want to look up one word. It's in verse 18. And it says, and Yahawash perceived their wickedness, right? So we're going to look at this word perceived. What do it mean by he perceived their wickedness? and show you this is how the spirit works.
Gnosko.
You listen to somebody first and then you perceive, you know. You listen to what they're saying first and then you're able to determine off the spirit if the Lord's dealing with you how to answer. And that's what we're training to do. But we know that, you know, we're in our captivity. We're at the lowest point Israel's ever been. Sometimes we make mistakes. We just, you know, it says a righteous man falls down 7 times and gets back up again. There's a complete amount of times you're going to fall down, which is what it's saying. But one day you're never going to fall down again. You're going to get back up and you're not going to fall again, you know, and that's when Yahawash is going to come. And that's what we're enduring. We're still going to keep going, even though we know that he's literally specifically made us to keep fucking up in some way, you know, but we still doing our best. We're fighting this battle. That's the battle. It's a spiritual battle. So to learn to know, come to know, get a knowledge of, perceive, feel, to become know, to know, understand, perceive, have knowledge of, to understand, right? And, you know, it also says this, but that's not what we're dealing with. You know, we're not dealing with the sexual intercourse part with the man or a woman. That's not really what it's talking about in this passage. You know, that's why you got to have the spirit so you can understand what it's saying. You know, you can't just read it and be like, oh, I'm smart because I'm reading the Strongs, like, you know, reading the Greek and the Hebrew. You got to have the spirit to understand what it's really saying. You know, so he perceived their wickedness. He was able to be like, I know what y'all really trying to do. You trying to ask me something to get me caught up. You know, but he said, look, you can take these motherfuckers and do this to them. You can turn them into chicken nuggets. But these, the elect, right? The ones who are like looking like the fuck? These motherfuckers is acting weird. He said, these are mine. You can't fuck with them. That's why they don't have a collar on their neck. But the rest of them got collars on their damn neck. And they're like, oh, we like it here in America, Babylon the Great. We're so happy. Like, that's how Jake is. He's going to get his ass fucking tore up. Okay? So I got 2 more precepts and we out of here. Well, 3. Psalms. You know, I know it's a little long. I haven't done a children's video in a while, though. And I got one young Jake. He really be watching this stuff. So I want to put some stuff in it so he, like, you know, he learns something. Psalm chapter 35, verse 1, a psalm of David. Plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me. Right? Who's striving against us? 2/3. Fight against them that fight against me. How's he fight against them? He's making it where they can't come to the truth. Verse 2, take a hold of shield and buckler and stand up for mine help, because we can't do it on our own. We're totally dependent on Bahasham, Yahawash. Verse 3, draw out also the spear and stop the way against them that persecute me. And we already seen what they persecuted Yahawash. They said crucify him. These same people back today, and they gonna do it to us because we in this truth. And it said the servant is no greater than his master. Yahawash got persecuted. What makes you think we won't? And my whole camp today was, Lord's like, go over persecution, you know? So say unto the soul, I am thy salvation. Say unto my soul, I am thy salvation. See, the Lord has to tell you that he is the salvation. You see? He said, please tell me that you're the one. We need you to tell us, so we'll do it. Verse 4, let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. That's what the Lord did. King David asked them, he said, put them in confusion. You see, that's what he said. That's what King David said to the Lord, right? Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. And guess what Babylon means? It means confusion. You see? So he put them in Babylon. He's got these motherfuckers brainwashed. 2/3 of our people. So cool. Don't tell them. They're the enemy. They're just supposed to be fucking having volleyballs on their heads. Okay? You're not supposed to tell their ass. We're supposed to look for Jake, and if they act like 2/3 long enough. We're supposed to be like, you know, it says after the second admonition, after you warn them twice, leave their ass alone because they're 2/3. He wants them to be like that because they crucified him last time. And you don't need to feel sorry for him. Verse 5, that's why I said we don't battle against flesh and blood in Ephesians 6:12. We battle against spiritual wickedness. These motherfuckers are wicked. Okay, that's why King David's praying against these motherfuckers. Verse 5, let them be as chaff, right? Which is like the firewood that's burnt after you burn a fire. That's the chaff. Before the wind, what's that wind? Those intercontinental ballistic missiles, those 200 million intercontinental ballistic missiles. When you look in Revelation chapter 9, verse 16, that's them. That's that wind from the missiles. Let the angel of the Lord chase them. You see? And let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel of the Lord persecute them. He's got 2/3 like this for a reason. You know? He's got them bugged out. And he's got them thinking that this is his fucking girlfriend. Esau, Edom, so-called white man. Okay? And of course, this is a woman, but you know how you see how she has like a masculine energy. You know, that's how this place is. They got women acting like men and men acting like women. And that goes back to this. Right. You know, I'll be around my elder all day, so we really be going in, you know. So, of course, I'm adding some stuff. So, Salakia. So, it reads, how long, Jeremiah 31, verse 22, how did a new thing in the earth, a woman shall surpass a man. And that's why this world is like that today. These women think that they fucking something. Okay? Because the Lord's put the spirit on them to think like that. This is how the average American Babylon the Great woman thinks, like conniving. You know, I'm going to use Jake to make my purpose. Jake, you're going to have to follow me. Okay? But when Jacob's trouble comes, they're not going to act like that. They're not going to act like that. They're going to look like this. And they're going to be hoping that man of the Lord's with their ass. They're going to be looking like that. They're going to be fucking terrified. Had a fucking hand in their mouth, okay? You can be fucking through, okay? Because they know the Lord's going to throw them in the furnace. He's going to throw them in this thing. Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. He's going to throw them in the furnace. Here it is. Let me find it. There it is. It's going to look way different than this. It's going to look like America Babylon the Great. I don't want to play the movie because it's jacking up. Come on, man. Damn, it's not even playing it. Hold on. It's going to
turn everyone into nuggets.
You see it? You see that little hole? That thing. He's going to grind all Jake, 2/3. He's going to throw him in the furnace, which is American Babylon the Great. This is what this is literally what this show is talking about. Like, it's literally talking about throwing 2/3 and burning them up. And Jake doesn't see it. He doesn't see it. Like, even the children's movies is like showing you some drastic, like, situation that's about to happen. And Jake doesn't see it. So, you know, I want to go into Isaiah. Well, I want to go ahead. We'll go ahead and go into Ezekiel chapter 9. Because I know, you know, I got a little bro over here. He's learning. That's why our Lord's like, yeah, go through a whole bunch of stuff. Because he's like really wanting to know some stuff. You know, and I can tell you want to know, bro. So we're going to like go in on this stuff. So you can really get your knowledge in. And if you got more questions, just hit me up on the comment board, bro. I'll do videos for you. So Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4, and the Lord said unto him, go to the midst of the city, to the midst of Jerusalem. And Jerusalem is basically wherever we're at. scattered across the four corners of the earth, was where we're at. We're Jerusalem because we were cast out of Jerusalem because we sinned against the Lord. So, we're the Jerusalem. So he's going through all of us. And he says, set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. When you look up that word mark, it says like ta'av, but it means to be exempt from judgment. But what did he say? Set a mark upon the foreheads of the what? The men. Okay? These men that are going and doing this, that are crying and sighing. This is what you're seeing us doing. We're crying and sighing about what the fuck we're dealing with every day that everybody else can't get. So this is why we're doing it. And when you read the beginning of it, when you go to the beginning of it, it talks about, I'm not going to get too much into it, but it says 6 men, verse 2, 6 men came from a way of the higher gate, which lieth toward the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand. And those are talking about 6 angels, okay? And basically, how we see in 4, he said, mark all of them, right? And to the others, he said in mine hearing, go after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. So they're going to go in, they're going to kill everybody else other than those men, or who are owned by those men. That's why you got that Micah 4:1, where all those women come and be like, we're going to be your wives. We don't give a fuck. They talked about how they're going to fight over us if we're of the elect men. Lord willing, we're of that number, right? So neither ye have pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children. The Lord's not playing. And women, he said women twice. Maids, women. That's women twice. Because women basically means female servant. They're supposed to serve us. It says in 1 Corinthians that the woman was not made, the man was not made for the woman, but the woman for the man. But that's why you got a lot of women out here, they don't want to submit. But they will whenever Esau Edom start bringing this devil shit out. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark. And begin at what? My sanctuary. What is that saying? Begin at the people that know they're Israelites. That's where he's going to start. He's going to start where everybody who knows they're Israelites, he's going to start fucking them up first. Then they begin at the ancient men, which were before the house. And that's why we tell you, hey, you want to come in this truth and be at the bottom. You don't want to be no damn elder. They in the hot seat. Okay, they know what they got to face. The Lord's going to test them first and the toughest. You want to be rooted in this truth, because any of the elders that are elders, they would not just like, oh, I'm an elder. No, they were called and they were like, oh, shit. They weren't like they were like in the mindset of like, I'm just a follower. I'm just a brother. Like, they wasn't thinking about being an elder. They said, oh, Lord appointed you to be the elder. Oh, fuck. And they start really getting on their shit more than what they were. But, before that part, they already was on their shit. That's why they were called to be elder, because it says right here, I'm going to pull this up and then one more and then we're gone. I know I'm hitting you with a lot of stuff, little bro, but you got to get this stuff. And not everybody's just going to tell you. You're going to have to go a whole bunch of videos and figure it out. So I'm going to put it on this children's video since you're here. So Titus chapter 1, verse 5. For this cause I left thee in Crete, that thou shouldest set in order the things that are wanted. This is Titus chapter 1, verse 5. And what? Ordained, which means what? There's no free will. If there's ordained, that means that he ordained them. It wasn't like they had a choice. He ordained what? Elders in every city as I had appointed thee. So wherever you see, wherever town you're in, we're in Oklahoma City, there's an elder here. We're in Oklahoma, there's an elder here. In Dallas, there's an elder there. There's elders everywhere, all ordained in every state of America, Babylon the Great, before it's destroyed. Because they're the ones who are what? Shedding light to the elect, to be sealed. Isaiah from destruction. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 2, and this is my last one, and we gone. And it reads, and a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind. That's where you're going to have all these women come up to this one man who has this truth. That's why I said wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. We're going to be stable. Everybody else is going to be freaking out, fucking like, fuck, we're fucked. We're not going to be thinking like that if the Lord's with us. It said the spirit was like the wind, and that wind's going to be on us, Lord willing. And everybody who comes around us, we're going to get to decide. No, bitch, I don't want you. And when it's going to come down to, it's not going to be us who decides. It's going to be Bahasham, Yahawash. We're not going to have no choice. He's going to tell us it don't matter. Your own fucking, your own fucking family member you fucking knew for a long time, and they're great for you and everything. And they came up like, please, if the Lord tells you say no, go away, he's going to tell you to do it. You're going to do it. That's how serious this is. We don't have no control. It's all Bahasham, Yahawash. And that's what you're going to need. You're going to need that spiritual power in this time, because it's going to be a time so horrible. It's never going to be a motherfucking war ever again, forever. That's what we're talking about, right? A man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, the nukes, and a covert from the tempest at the rivers of waters in a dry place. It's going to be dry because all the water's going to dry out from the nukes. As the shadow of a great rock in a weary land, and that great rock is Yahawah. He is that great rock. And he said the deceivers deceived, and the deceivers are his men. So you think you can wake up somebody, right? Jake, he has this tenacity. He wants to wake everybody up. He's like, I'm gonna go do it. And then Jake finds out, you can't wake up 2/3. You can't. They're not supposed to wake up. So that's why he said, don't what? He said this. I got to do one more because it's going to go with it. So you don't worry about it. Because you got to do more than just read this stuff. You have to apply it. Forever. You want to apply it forever to your life. Yeah, this one's it, bro. This is it. This is the truth. It's what we were talking about, like when I wasn't in the truth and you was, with me back then, and we both didn't know the truth. And we were like, I was like, I don't know, but the world's wicked. They did something to the Bible. They did some weird shit. But this Bible's real, but I can't put my finger on it. This is what I was looking for, bro. 2 Ezra chapter 8, verse 55. And therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish, man. We're not worried about them. We're worried about salvation. We're trying to get out of here. He's got them marked, okay, for judgment. With what? The mark of the beast. Revelation 13:16. And the ones and the ones that the Lord gave the mark, the ta'av in Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4, the ones that are exempt from judgment, he marked them too. Everybody's being marked. You're gonna get one of the two. You can get the mark of the beast, right? Or you're going to get the mark of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawash, and that's his name. And no other name can we be saved by. I'm going to show you that one too. And then I'm gone. I know I'm doing a lot, but the Lord's like, keep doing, keep going. Got to show him this. Because I know you're taking notes. And if you're not taking notes now, you can go get the lit video later and take notes. Acts chapter 4, verse 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. So there it is, Jake. I went all the way in, did a whole bunch of extra stuff, but really it wasn't extra because Yahawash wanted me to do it. You can't see my face. It's a black screen, but you can hear my voice. So Lord willing, as I find to the flock, Lord got two-thirds. Jake bugged out. They on the swing. They're playing in America Babylon the Great. Let them alone, Jake. Leave them alone. Get your mind right and serve Yahawash and learn, but don't, do it on how the Lord wants you to do it. Because when I came in the truth, I was studying 10 hours a day. Okay. I didn't have a job and I was able to sustain myself at the time. Who was around me. So I was studying. Because it says a man with little business becomes wise. So if this is your chance to do that, I suggest you jump on it. But, that's me speaking as a man. And, Lord willing, this is edifying to you, bro. And whoever else comes across, we do this because we care about Israel, and, we put our lives on the line for this, man. Like, we love Israel, man, And we always, sometimes we come in a more serious spirit. Sometimes we come in a more less spirit. The serious spirit. Every day has a spirit of its own. So we do it how the Lord told us to do it. So shalom to elect Israel, to the hopeful elect Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. Got to give all praises to Barak, Yahawash. Barak, Yahawash. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Bahasham, Qadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, led me to this truth, and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and so forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, be part of that number. Lord willing, this be edifying to those who fear in the name of the Lord and are striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5, it is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Esdras chapter 5, verse 42. The water for anybody that's tuning in, Yahawah, Shem Yahawash, Barak, Atham, Wa Abababal, which means basically death to Babylon. Okay. Wa Abababal, Shalom, to the hopeful elect. And Lord willing, those edifying, peace and blessings to the elect, man. Kwam Yasharala. Shalom. And that's how you spell Ak. Right there, bro. It's AHCH. You almost on it though. But I know you sincere, bro. You got it, man. Get rooted in this truth, bro. Because this might be the last Passover we got. We don't know. But in the way it's looking, all the prophecies might come to pass before the Passover, which is in March. So you got about 3 months to figure out everything. So if you got questions, just let me know, bro. And I'm gonna show you what I can through the Spirit to the best of my abilities. So, shalom.